life doesn't look real.
Wait,
right
is it
now.
already started?
Yeah,
we started.
What the...
Yeah. Do we not want to start yet?
Life does not look real right now, you guys.
Guys, it's 1:56 a.m. in Dublin.
Wow. That doesn't matter.
Okay, timer.
Timer. Wow. My allergies.
Are they coming?
Yes, my insides are itchy.
We'll podcast quick.
No, I mean,
We'll
I'm
make
not in
the
a
hour
rush.
just go as fast as possible.
I'm not in a rush.
Okay.
I don't want you to puke.
That would be so eventful.
I don't think we'll get
I think that's...
What if you just puked on the mic?
Quick pause. Have you guys seen Hotel Transylvania where the guy's like, bleh, bleh, bleh? That's me when I'm barfing at Braxie's house because of her animals.
Let's go lay down.
Devin, I feel like we could see your eyelashes from space.
Your makeup looks so good. It looks good in person, but on Snapchat it was so orange. I was like,
oh, I know, because it was fresh.
It looked so good.
This does not
Fresh
sound
out the
well.
oven.
Your breath smells bad.
I know. Okay, you don't have to tell me.
I wasn't talking to you. Stop trying to steal all the glory.
So today, wait, we gotta do our little
What?
everyone, at one.
Alyssa?
Are you guys drinking hot chocolate?
Please, this is coffee.
It
You were there
smells
for
like
it.
hot chocolate. Okay, ready?
Bing, bing.
Oh,
It's like a penis.
life's a bitch, then you die.
I thought it
What's already happened?
What? It's already over.
Did you not see me singing it? It does. Have you ever watched the podcast?
Yes.
It does it in the thing.
Okay, guys.
I didn't know you guys had a podcast.
Wait, what are we doing?
Huh?
So today's podcast, I thought it would be a fun idea to talk about things like self-love, self-betterment, self-reflection, self-revaluation, evaluation, self-assurance, just self.
I feel like this is very far from us.
I think
Put
we
your
should be
feet in
as
the middle of
conceited
it.
as possible.
There we go. There we go.
Wait, Alyssa's over here.
Okay.
Lots of self.
You.
So where should we start? There's a good start.
So first step to loving yourself is to love your farts. Love your farts. Love
Let
your
it
farts.
happen.
Okay,
It's natural.
We'll see.
Where should we start?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Raise your hand if you love yourself. Go.
That's awkward.
That's weird. I love how we're giving advice on how to love yourself.
No, it's not self-love. It's self-reflection. So it's like knowing yourself.
And self-love. Kind of, right?
Who
Well,
knows
like,
themselves?
Okay,
Here's the
everyone.
thing, though.
Me, I feel like I know myself
I
pretty well.
appreciate my mind and my soul. I hate the way I look. I wish I was in a different cocoon.
Okay.
Fuck you.
You know?
You already don't love
I
yourself.
feel-
What are
look-
we doing?
Devin said this earlier, but I think I don't remember what the context was, but I feel like half there. Like, half everything.
Oh, yes,
Half
yes,
like
yes.
this,
Okay.
I half like this if I'm
Yeah, no, this morning I woke up and one of my first thoughts was I feel like on my journey to like getting wherever I need to go and like all of my goals I want to accomplish, I start to accomplish them and then like I never fully do it, so I just feel like a half-baked cake. So I'm just like half-baked.
I don't feel that. Like, I feel like emotionally, I'm like very there. Like, maybe not with the things I wanted to accomplish, but like emotionally, I feel like I'm very who I am. You know?
Yeah.
Like, okay with who that person is.
Me too, but I also know who I want to be aside from like who I am now, like in what ways I want to grow. And I think that's really important, just like having that image of like where you want to be in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah, see, I can't imagine myself being anything but what I am.
Like, guess what? You
mentally,
say that like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You think you're
And
great,
you're
and
always
then you
changing.
always change and you get better. It's weird. It's weird.
See,
Yeah.
I would hope to be less judgmental of myself in the future, if that counts.
yeah, that's a goal.
Okay, good.
Goals are important. And
Goals are
self-
very important in self-evaluation.
In what ways?
And that they help you grow. Because if
It's
you
true.
don't have anything you're
Growing
thriving
towards.
yeah, then what the fuck are you doing? You're being a jellyfish. Honestly, jellyfish is a good self-evaluation. Just float. Just be happy. Just exist.
Going through the motions.
Oh, I'm getting that tattooed on my butt.
Oh my god,
Remember
me too.
jellyfish tattoos?
Jellyfishing.
Yeah, we
Guys,
were
I'm
all
having
in
a really
Chattanooga
short
and we're
pain in
gonna
my
do
temple.
that.
I'm having all of my like inside itchiness is underneath this boob.
Devin has bad allergies and
I have really
Braxie
bad allergies,
has
and
a lot
Braxie
of
has
animals.
every animal possible. I just found out about another dog. I didn't know this one existed. Anyway, continuing on.
Okay.
Where do you think you should start when wanting to like say? I feel like self-reflection is like not the right word for it.
Yeah, like self-evaluating.
Self-evaluating on what?
Like, I feel like every so often in your life you should self-reflect. That's why things like journaling exist and stuff like that. So you can take intermediate times throughout your life and like reflect on what you've done and how you've grown in the past year or past weeks or whatever.
The best way to do it is all the time in small doses.
Agreed.
Like writing, like journaling, like cooking. We
almost,
talked about that.
It's almost like a mental check.
Cooking.
I used to just sit outside and think about everything possible, and I think because this is what I talked about in my video, that like I feel like my self-confidence came from knowing myself and also knowing what I think about other things, like things that are going on around me, especially too. Because I remember a lot of time in my life when I was going through my most self-growth, that's when I used to just sit outside for hours, like in the middle of the night, and I used to just like think about everything possible, and that's when I did journal a little bit in my life, and I just wrote out questions I had, and it's not necessarily like I didn't have to find and answer those questions. I just needed to know how they made me feel. And growing up and like learning who you are is also like figuring out how you feel about things, because I feel like self-love comes from having self-assurance and like what you think about things.
See, I feel like that's where I don't know, because like I'll like something. I feel like I'm usually, what's the word, neutral on everything. I never feel passionate about any sort of subject, and I feel like that's the hardest part to feel like about yourself, because like I feel like everyone wants to feel like they have initial reactions to things, and it's like that's hard to learn from yourself.
Initial emotions aren't always a thing either, because like what I've realized about myself recently is I haven't had a lot of self-reflection time. I can't speak right now, but I haven't had a lot of self-reflection time. So like initially I'll be thinking that I feel one thing, and then I think about it later after something happens, like after the fact of what I've been thinking about that happens, and then I'm like, that's not how I felt about that at all, but that's because I didn't take the time to figure out what I thought about it, because I've been so busy.
Yeah. That's one thing I do really bad is I like act, it's not that I act badly, because I don't like get mad or get sad or something and do stupid things. Like I don't act towards other people stupidly, but I like think stupid things. Like I will have a certain emotion so strongly that I just like think things that not that I wouldn't normally think, but it's like I act so quickly I don't take time to like look at the whole situation and see how I should feel or will feel in the future, because I think
Tunnel vision.
A part of like emotions is not only what you're feeling at the moment, but also what you're gonna feel, you know. Bless you.
Outcomes.
Yeah, so like emotions is like all of the parts, the past, present, future,
Being impulsive,
and a
is
lot
not
of the
always
time
decision.
is I like get sad and I'm like, don't think about anything else.
It's
That
happening.
leads into self-awareness too.
True.
Because like
Yeah.
what you were saying, like that comes with being self-aware. You have to be aware of what you're feeling, and then you can process it.
Stop. Your breast stinks. You have to go. You
have
have to go.
But
Go.
she got injured,
Her
you
breast
guys.
stings. Her
I
breast
know
stings.
it does. Maybe
Smells
we
like
can
dead
just pop
fish
her a
that's
peppermint.
Yeah, because I do a lot of stuff, not impulsively, but like thought impulsively. Like I'll get really, really angry, and then I'll
Yes,
be
you
like,
will.
and then I'll be like, I'm not angry anymore in 20 minutes.
See, I feel I feel neutral on everything, and I'm like,
Have you
let
ever
me
been
decide
angry?
how I feel.
Yeah, have you
I'm
ever-
angry
Have
about
you
this.
ever been mad?
Like I feel like I have to decide.
Zoe has the most patience I've ever seen.
I
out
know.
of a person
I
ever.
get
don't
so
get it.
mad so quick.
I'm pretty patient.
0 to 100.
Yeah. You
Because
don't
I feel
have
like,
a
because I feel like if I'm gonna get mad, I feel like I'm literally like if I'm like road rage, for example, I feel like if I were to yell at someone in the car, I'd be like,
But
why am I deciding to do this?
But you don't get mad at like people you know. I feel like the only like level you get is like irritation.
Well, yeah.
But even-
we all have boundaries.
But even then,
Yeah.
Wait. I'm always freaking mad.
Alyssa's always mad. Same.
Take a shot every time Devin sneezes in this video because it's gonna happen a lot.
Where's the fuck?
Keep count. I still gotta sneeze.
I think 7. 8.
Last time we filmed, I didn't have allergies.
We also we started filming very quickly.
Yeah, I sat here for a while. That's why I was just sitting here, because I didn't want to move, because I didn't want to like go into any location.
didn't wanna move the air
and
around
you were like,
you.
come in here, and I was like, no. I'm trying to seclude myself.
Trying to prepare for the allergies.
I just got unsick the other day. Okay.
Unsick.
Unsick.
Yeah.
Self-evaluation is such a weird thing to talk about.
Yeah, but
I
it's
feel
so
weirdly
important.
self-aware talking about
I
it.
know. Self-awareness is so important, though.
Oh,
Like,
God.
being able to talk about the things you do well and, like, your faults and, like, not even, like, wanting to change what you do, but just being aware of it and, like, knowing how you act or how you want to act. It's all just so important.
It's how you grow. That's like
Yeah.
how you grow. How can you grow if you can't do that?
Yeah, and also part of what I said earlier,
Yeah.
Just like the same thing backwards.
I just feel like I keep having to. I feel like because I just talked about this the other day in my video, so I'm just like I know all of this because I just talked about it.
Say more on your points that you hit in that video, Devin.
So
Devin, I knew you were gonna do that.
Do what?
You spilled my coffee.
You spilled your own coffee.
Yeah.
That was in your hand.
Self-awareness.
Don't let other people
My
think
nose
that.
is running. Self-awareness.
Okay, what were you going to say?
I'm playing off of what you said. Just like one of the things that I mentioned was like being aware of like things that you don't necessarily like about yourself.
Everything.
Yeah, well, yeah, stuff like that. But like, there's certain things that you can go out and change, and if you want to change them, change them. But if it's like something that like, there's a lot of personality traits and like things about yourself that you can go out and change. And if you want to change them enough, you'll go out and change them. But if you're not going to, then that's just like one of those things that you're just kind of have to accept that that's like the way that you are, and like you don't really feel like changing it, so you may as well embrace it.
Yeah.
Like being gay. It's
Yeah,
my
I
choice.
chose it. I'm not going to change it.
That.
What's a personality trait that you guys had when you were like little that you fucking wish you like you've grown and you're like hell thank the Lord?
I was a people pleaser.
Were you a
Wait,
people
what?
pleaser?
What is the question?
Like a personality trait that you had that you have like completely conquered and grown out of that you were so happy because like you were little and you were stupid.
I'm still a people pleaser, but like I learned to put myself
Don't
first
touch
more
my-
now, which I think has made me like less empathetic, which is kind of
People
bad.
pleaser?
No, like not being a people pleaser anymore,
Oh.
because like realizing that I have to take care of myself sometimes and put myself first.
Selfishness.
And
which
I've
gotta
learned,
be-
yeah, and I've learned not to. I used to. Me being really empathetic, I used to make other people's emotions my emotions, and that led to so much of my unhappiness, and you can't do that. You have to detach yourself from other people's situations because that's just going to fuck you up, and then that messes up your self-awareness.
Yeah, you can feel sympathy for them, but you can't be like their emotion.
Exactly.
Selfishness is so important too, I feel like, in self-evaluation because there's a difference between being selfish and being like living life for yourself.
There is
Oh,
a
yeah,
form of
for
selfish
sure.
that's good. Because you have to be selfish with sometimes.
It's not even selfish though. It's like if you come first no matter what. Like it's just the truth.
But it's-
You can't
your
take care of
mental
somebody
health
else
and your-
if you don't take
Yeah.
care of yourself
But
first.
it's still being aware that other people feel things as like as
And that's
much
a
as you do.
sacrifice. That's what it is.
so it's like being aware. I think
But-
this
but
is just the aware
I think,
podcast.
But I feel like the
Just be
the whole-
aware.
the
Be
sacrifice-
woke.
The sacrifice part. I can't speak. The sacrifice part of it though is that being self-aware enough to know your limits with it.
Yeah.
That's the whole part of that.
I think I was very judgmental.
I was gonna say that.
So judgmental.
Because we were friends when you were homophobic.
What?
Alyssa was a blazing homophobe.
Let me say a story.
Blazing.
You liked that. Who is his? What's his name?
Adam Lambert.
Lambert. And I was like, I can't like that song, guys. He's gay,
gay.
and I
Also-
don't.
Okay.
plot
I watched. Okay, when we were probably what? Like I was probably like 12 and you were 14.
Yeah.
So I watched Glee, and I loved Kurt on Glee, and I would come out. I tried to get Alyssa to watch Glee for so many years, and I came outside one day, and I was
You
like,
were obsessed with Glee. That's all I remember about young you. Is that you loved Glee.
I was telling Alyssa about Kurt because there was a scene. I loved the character Emma, and there was a scene between Emma and Kurt, and I was telling Alyssa about it, and she was like, "Is that the really gay one?" And I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "He's disgusting. I'm not gonna watch that show." And
Oh
I
my
was
god,
like,
Alyssa.
LOL.
Who are you?
Guys, it's
Plot twist.
self-awareness. I grew. I learned.
Now you're
Now
not.
me.
Now I'm gay.
So basically, if you're homophobic, it means you're gay.
What about you?
I was so judgmental. I was a fuck.
We had a group,
I was a
and
fuck.
everyone was so judgmental, and like we fed into it.
Yeah. We were like, oh my god, she's so fat. like so.
Wow, we were so ugly. Like we had.
But we were
room.
sorry.
You guys both started yelling at the same
We were
time.
that really kind of annoying judgmental that you weren't even really saying things
Yeah.
that like you
That you really
thought,
thought.
but you were like, oh my god, she has buck teeth. Like it was just something to laugh about. That you were just like shit. Like just shut up. It's
Wow.
we were talking
Yeah,
about
but
that the
again,
other day. Yeah, we were talking about that in the car because I'm like,
What was that?
What? Because I'm just looking at you and you're like, why do you have such good posture?
Well, because I'm leaning up so I can see you guys.
Spons, Zoe's wearing my entire outfit right now.
I was really annoying.
Me too.
But I was gonna say
wasn't?
we're all really not judgmental people.
Yeah.
Like we are some of the least judgmental people I've ever met. And I talked about this, which I also think has to do with being self-aware and has to do with like if you want to change your personality or something about your personality or something you don't like about yourself, you can do it. And it all is like habit becomes the truth. Because I was really judgmental and I got to the point where I was like, I hate that and I'm not gonna be judgmental. So you like first, I stopped saying it out loud, and like my parents would say it, and I'd be like, "Don't say that," and I would still think it, like I'd be like, "Oh, a buck teeth," but I'd never said it. And like but once you stop saying once you stop saying it out loud, you stop thinking it too. And by the time I was like
your
15,
thoughts make up who
Yeah.
you are, and especially like everything that you bring into your
Yeah.
life makes up who you are. So the people you hang, if you're around judgmental people, fuck
Yeah.
them. Hang out with other
Yeah,
people.
and by the time I was
Yeah.
like 15, I didn't even think the thoughts anymore. Like it was not me just not saying it. I don't think it.
I'm working on not being judgmental right now.
I think what comes with age too.
I'm not
is-
like super judgmental, but like sometimes I like, find myself making snarky comments just because like my family's always
Yeah.
been judgmental,
That's what my
and they
we were
always
talking
make
about
jokes,
that.
and I
Have
don't
you-
like it. I'm
the
like,
people-
why are you being a dick?
The way you were raised says so much about.
See, I talk shitty about people's personalities more than I ever will their looks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's
says
like
so
I
much
don't
more
know.
That's
about
what
you.
counts.
Yeah. Like if you're
Like if you're shitty, like
but also if they're shitty, I'll tell them. I'll say they're ugly even if they're not. I'm like she's a selfish cunt. She's stupid and ugly just because she sucks.
yeah. What was I gonna say?
You were annoying. Still
no,
are.
I was gonna say like
You never grew.
You didn't
Yeah, you
stop.
suck.
oh, that's right. What was I gonna say?
You were annoying.
Not that, but like where do you think it begin? Like when were you? The day you were like, fuck, I'm a judgmental shit. How did you
vacuum?
start to
The
begin to
second
realize?
we stopped hanging out with our friends as much because we were in this 5-click posse of shits, and the second that we stopped hanging out less, like we got into like middle school and like couldn't hang out every day, I was like, I was around people that weren't, or I like realized that it's not that cool, and I was like, it's like you start, but you start to have your own thoughts.
Well, I feel like it's not an epiphany.
no,
Either.
it's
Because
not.
like it just
Oh,
like
no.
you it like subconsciously
It's not
you start
like-
to be like, wow, I used to be judgmental.
Yeah.
When did that happen? Like,
Yeah.
like it just is
It's
a
a
slow
gradual
process.
growth. You can't just one day wake up and say,
I
I'm gonna
think
be perfect.
I
you know?
think a lot of self grows self grows.
self gross.
Oh, I'm
Hey, stop
familiar
talking
with that
negatively. But no, I feel like a lot of my self growth also happened subconsciously, if that makes sense.
one. Yeah.
Like I just feel like I realized things that I didn't like about myself, and like there's no way to tell somebody how to fix something about yourself because once you know you want to fix something, it just like starts happening.
Growth is looking back and like seeing what you've learned. That's all it is. Because you don't know you're growing when it's happening, but like
it's like
Yeah.
you
self-awareness
really
is being
physically grow.
is being able to look back at the past whatever and be
month.
like past
Literally,
month,
I feel like
past
every month
week.
I change.
Like honestly, look at the past week and be like,
Yesterday,
yeah, and be like, wow, okay,
Yeah.
I've grown from this. That's gross.
But
Literally
nobody's
a
gonna
new
know
person.
because this reminds me of like okay one day Kobe I used to blow dry his hair for him because he can't do anything for himself.
brother.
And one day
Yeah.
he's this tall. And then the next time I do it for him, he's like this tall. It's like there's no day he just got taller. It's just he gets taller.
Yeah.
It's almost like physically, but it's like
Wow,
emotionally.
Alyssa,
It's like
that's good.
Yes. Also, I
yeah.
got more. I feel like a lot of this, especially like during my process of self growth, I felt like I got discouraged by a lot of people around me because like my family's been with me my whole life and they know like how I am and like they know all my bad qualities. And I felt like for a long time they were just like throwing them at me, especially when I was trying to grow and they just like kept picking at me for being a certain way. And I knew that I was changing them and I had already saw the little changes within myself because I'm me and I know what I'm working on. But like you can't let the opinion, especially when you're changing, you can't let the opinions of others validate who you're becoming in that moment because
But also,
they'll see it over time, but you know it's happening right now.
but also, I feel like with that, it's like you grew from seeing, like, you like knowing that they raised you and they kind of made you who you were. Like you seeing that, like, oh, I grew up with these qualities within myself, and now I can see that I can change that. Because you see it in other people, and you're like, I don't want to be that.
Yeah, it's also important though. I feel like, especially with family, is that I feel like a lot of having to do with who you are, surrounding yourself with people and like positive things and positive like movies, TV shows, things, you know, just everything in your life like affects how you are. I feel like even with family, people always say blood is thicker than water, so like family comes first. But if your family is toxic and isn't helping you grow who you want to be, it doesn't mean you have to like drop them from your life, but you can spend time, you know, and like become what you want. Also,
spending time by yourself isn't bad either.
No.
I think people really take advantage of like because some people just can't be alone. Yeah. And I think a lot of my self-growth happened during the period of my time where I was more secluded and I was by myself, and I think learning to enjoy your own company is also really important.
Masturbation.
Not that, but you know what I mean?
I was gonna say something also that we're talking about a lot of changing, a lot of like self-evaluation. You also have to know the line between changing yourself too much and doing what's good for your heart.
Yeah.
You don't have to always listen to what other people say is negative about you, because some people might tell you negative things and you might, you know, agree with it and be like, I am a little selfish. So you might change it, but there's also things. Why are you looking at the top of my head?
Because you need to move this one over there.
Because there's
I literally just started looking at it and you're like, why are you looking at it?
But like
self-awareness.
You also have to be aware of yourself enough to know, like, maybe that isn't a quality I necessarily want to change. Like, maybe that is something.
Yeah. Maybe.
Like, stick to your guns.
I mean, fuck it. If you think you are selfish and if you are proud of it, and if it's only for
like
good
you might have no friends, but like
it might become a burden to other people. But as long as
there's certain things like that someone might tell you, and you might be like, or maybe it's just that person.
But it's good to think about. Yeah. Even when other people tell you something about yourself and you're like, don't get defensive and be like, this is me, this is who I am. Like, think about it. That's self-reflection. That is self-reflection.
Self-awareness. You know what I've also found, though?
What? Where'd you find it?
German.
It was like a 2 out of 10.
Oh, did you guys hear that?
You know what's funny? Is what?
What did you say?
I said you need to get it together.
I have never had people have crushes on me in my life.
I understand what you mean.
No
one's ever interested in
I have a crush on you, Braxie.
Oh my god, this is gonna be bad.
I hate
Listen, 11,400
But that's actually a lot.
I'm being genuine. Like, no one ever, like, I've dated 2 people, but I've never, like, people don't have crushes on me.
I know,
it's not a thing that happens.
Same.
Which I'm not saying, like, I have crushes on me. But, I like do. No, but that's something I've noticed lately. I feel like I'm very, within the past year or something, like, couple years, I feel like I'm very in my own human. Like, I'm very confident in my insides, not necessarily my outsides. But I feel like that translates in the way I act and the way a lot of people think I'm extremely confident because of the way I act. And I'm like, you're funny. But, like, I feel like that translates how you feel inside about yourself, translates out. And so many people have started getting crushes on me.
I know what
and
you
I think
mean.
it's funny. And I'm like, why?
I know what you mean. No, because
do I look hot because I feel good about my insides?
I don't think people are aware of it, but I'm really aware of this for myself, just like, because we all talk about how we feel like different vibes and like different eras of our life and stuff like that. People pick up vibes from other people, and especially like when you're the most yourself, that's when you attract the most people in your life, just because like people who are themselves are just so attractive to other people, whether it's friends or like in a romantic way or whatever else. And I notice on my days where I just carry myself, like I know myself and I love myself, that's when I get like the most people that like want to talk to me and whatever, which like I'm not being like, oh, people want to talk to me, but like it's an attractive quality. So people are just like, I want to be around that person.
Like, when you're sure of yourself and you give off positive energy, people like kind of gravitate to that, no matter who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we're all friends and we have no other friends.
Wow.
We stopped laughing because it's true.
I have other friends.
You do.
I have like 3 other friends.
You're the only one in this
Y'all are
group that
my
has
only
other friends.
I have like 3 other
When
friends.
we live
It's
together,
awkward.
Everyone take a sip.
Guys, I'm giving myself a headache.
Because you're so self-evaluating.
Yeah.
You're sinking
brain
so
is like-
hard.
Should we take a break and come back?
Is it already time?
Almost.
It's the night
It's almost.
shift. Self-awareness.
Stay tuned.
ASMR.
I'm sorry.
You looking like a snack.
Devin thought the midnight snack was a real snack.
I thought it was.
That's why I was so confused
red
every single time you
peppers.
said midnight snack. I'm like, why don't they have a
I
snack?
didn't even explain to you what it was.
It's
just
an
like 10
emotional
seconds ago.
snack.
Yeah.
a real graham
I said we come
Are
back
you
with an
gonna-
informational
I
piece.
know, but you said that like, do you want a midnight snack? And Braxie said, oh yeah, what do we want for snack? And then I was like, okay,
Are you
bring
gonna
me
read
a
a
snack.
poem for your snack?
I can, sure.
Sure.
Which one should I read?
We haven't done a midnight snack in a really long time.
Which one should I read?
I don't have one.
I have one. I'll do it enough for the
Which
both of
one
us.
should
well,
I
okay.
read?
Wait, what are you saying?
You'll find out.
Which one should I read?
I don't know.
Should
Which
I
one do
read
you feel like
something?
relates most to this topic?
The one that I read you guys the other day.
Then yeah.
But I haven't finished it.
Just read what you have.
Okay.
Well, we're an attractive group. Burping.
Titty jiggling. I realize that I do that a lot just while I'm sitting here. I'm like,
You do that.
These are fun.
whoa.
I feel like I'm not in the shop.
It's long.
If you're
You
not
know
in the
this
shop,
poem,
I'm
this
in
is
the
the
shop.
lucky.
Okay, guys, we're just sitting here. Okay, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Go.
Don't close that. Don't.
Okay, fuck.
I didn't do that.
Okay. I woke to sunshine bouncing off my eyelashes, and I realized what I wanted it to be like on the day that I finally touched the sun. I am a flower. I am a rhythmic spring bloom, pickpocketing sunshine that looms all around me, inside and throughout me. I messed up one of the words. It's okay, though.
I love her.
What's yours, Braxton?
Okay. So my midnight snack is the theory
Let me whip out my
called
textbook.
self-actualization.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's a term that has been used in various psychology theories, often in slightly different ways. The term was originally introduced by the organismic
Orgasm?
No, theorist.
Masturbation.
For the it is the motive to reach one's full potential. So they have a triangle similar to the food chart that Michelle Obama changed to the food
I
plate.
learned about this in psychology.
And the triangle starts with self-actualization,
We did talk about this in
I
psychology.
told you that 3 times
Then
already.
it
When
goes
she started talking about that, I remember.
esteem,
Uh-huh.
love and belonging,
Uh-huh.
safety,
Yeah.
and
Please.
physiological.
I
Oh.
don't know what you should trust that.
Why?
It's Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is
That's accurate.
It's
Tell
accurate.
We learned about it in psychology.
Tell that to
in
your
an
teachers.
AP class.
So our point is that self-actualization is levels. It's not one thing.
Yeah, it's bit by
It's
bit.
lots of things. You gotta go bit by bit, you know?
Step by step. Ooh,
Bit by
baby. I
Bit
wanna
by
get
step,
to you,
bit.
girl.
Should I read my poem?
Yeah.
Well, so what do you got? Megalodon facts?
Can I read one?
Yeah.
What if it's about self? What if like we're not aware?
What's up?
You know, we're getting there.
There's
I'm
some.
not touching it. I'm not touching it.
What was that?
You guys just start a choir.
Guys, you think-
What the fuck? Did you guys hear the snort?
No.
I literally sucked my tongue in the back of my throat just now.
Why
the dog?
Why did we both start
It's the
singing
mystery
at
dog.
the same
I do.
Is that what it feels like to start?
Self-actualize it. We did it at the same time.
I don't want to read my poem. Never mind.
Oh my god, that cat's really cute.
You know what I just realized?
Ethel.
We've only ever filmed one podcast that we didn't post. That was shitty.
We filmed one shitty podcast and it was awful.
Maybe
Are we gonna
should
post this
that.
one?
Maybe we should post that?
Why
no.
was it so shitty?
It was
It
awful.
was so boring.
It was so
And
bad.
everyone kept walking through.
Yeah, and we just
Oh my
played
god,
a
the
bad-
other. Whoa, he's gotten big.
I scared me, boy.
His head is so like pointy. Oh, he's saying fuck the rest of the stairs.
Aww.
Wow, I wish everyone could see him right now.
Hi. Should I go get him?
There isn't
No,
also-
I'm allergic.
Oh
Stop.
yeah. There's also not one podcast where we don't talk to an animal outside.
We're like-
There's at least like 3 times in every podcast we're like,
Turner, get away!
no.
Okay.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Ew.
I can't help it. It's Braxie's fault.
I'm sorry.
Now
I
what?
made it fur.
What?
What's next?
I don't
Maybe
know, we can
now we
talk-
should talk about our favorite qualities about ourselves.
I love everything
Love
about
where?
myself. No, I'm just kidding.
Stupid.
I'm
And
ugly.
ugly.
I'm dumb.
I think I'm a great person.
I think I'm a great person.
I honestly think I'm a
You are
good
a great
person.
I think you're a good person.
I think there's stuff that I could work on about myself.
No,
like,
I think you're perfect the way you are. Don't change ever.
Okay,
Stop growing.
Well,
know what?
she's probably not gonna grow anymore. Zoe, you too.
I can't. Alyssa. I'm kicking you out.
You're a failure.
Hey, everybody, the night shifted.
Oh, wow.
Let's name good qualities about each other.
Okay.
Because we can't
Please,
name them.
I don't know Alyssa very well,
Okay.
but
You could just
I really
leave.
love your mole.
No, not
Ew,
physically.
that's
This isn't about physicality.
Get off. I've only met Alyssa like 4
Okay.
times.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay, wait, we'll go in a circle. So we'll start with
no,
Zoe and then
No,
Johnny
I'll
and then
start. I
Alyssa.
already have one about Alyssa.
Okay, go.
Wow,
Okay,
that was fast. I
so-
wonder what this is gonna be.
She is shit. No, okay. So, Alyssa. A quality about Alyssa that I admire very many
Oh my god.
is that she has the ability to not listen very well. No, she's very good at being in mature conversations even when it's like hard to be mature about it, and it's like you know, people can act out of anger and out of like any type of feeling and just be very quick to snap.
Yeah.
She always wants to talk it through and make sure that things are fine and okay and won't just
That's good.
leave things left unsaid.
Good job, Alyssa.
Very level-headed.
Good job.
Good quality.
Okay, next.
Devin, name one.
Devin.
Okay.
Name one thing.
Pick your goose.
You,
Oh,
you
we're only.
met
I
Alyssa.
thought we were saying one about everybody in the group.
You know what? No,
But we
don't have to do
can.
that.
I thought
Yeah,
we were
let's
all
do
gonna name something about Alyssa.
That's all. Only float my boat.
And then we move on.
Oh yeah. We can all say something about one person, and then we'll all
then
say
go
something.
on. Yeah, that's what I thought we were
Okay,
doing.
I like that. Okay. Alyssa, I don't know you very well, but
Fair enough.
you're super gay, and that's amazing. You're 21, and that's astonishing.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
You haven't died yet.
You're never
Double talk about
You're never not smiling, and I enjoy that you're a happy person. You give off nice vibes.
That is so nice.
It's all
Your
facade.
My turn. Alyssa, I think you're really good at like. I feel like it's kind of touching on what you said. You literally are never not like actually. You can look past like the bad parts in a situation. You're really good at that.
No, but which is funny because she gets angrier than all of us.
You get angry,
I
but it's
get
not.
road
But it's
rage.
never like
Same.
seriously like in
But it's
serious
like when it comes
times.
to people that she cares about, she's not gonna just be like, yeah.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
like,
Fuck
yeah.
you. Hate you. Die.
Okay.
Not for real.
Wait,
Thank
Braxie's next. Go.
Oh.
Alyssa, you're first.
Oh, wait. Give me time to think so I can come up with something really good.
Okay.
Okay, I got
Devin
this.
first.
I might cry. I'm super sensitive.
Me too. Actually, I might cry. I'm gonna cry just telling you something I love about you.
Braxie, so basically we have a beautiful love story. I thought you hated me for a long time. I thought Braxie hated me. And then Zoe,
Funny
we would
story.
both talk to Zoe.
I was friends with both of you separately before.
But we've known each other longer than you.
but I was friends with both of you separately, like closely, both at the same time, but never together at the
Yeah.
same time, like that. Mm-hmm. And you were like, Braxie hates me. You were like, Devin hates me. And I would always come to both of you and be like, Devin thinks you hate her. Braxie thinks you hate her. And it was like, but I don't.
I know. I just thought she
Why
hated me.
did
So
you
I
think that?
well, I just didn't. I thought you didn't like me, so I didn't talk to you.
I thought you did. I remember one time we were in Zoe's room and you were eating Jersey Mike's and I was like, she hates me, she hates me, she hates me, she hates me.
I remember we were in the car and one time you were both acting super weird because I remember thinking in my brain, they think they hate each other. And I was like, they must feel so weird right now. How do I fix what's going on? We just need to talk about it.
Oh, I don't know, bro. Anyway,
We have a beautiful love story.
we really do. My favorite. It's like Donald and Hillary. I'm kidding.
Name one thing.
Okay. Well, first off, I hate that you always say you hate yourself all the time because no, I'm
This is
serious.
supposed to be a good thing.
No, I'm serious. I hate that you say that all the time because you're actually like a really great and genuine person. And I appreciate that because I feel like everything that you do, you always speak with so much honesty and you always have your emotions like laid out on the table. And I really appreciate that because it's like everything that you do, you put so much of your heart into it. And I really love that about you.
I will cry.
That's so true. Okay, wait, my
so
turn. Let me think. I was gonna say something
Zoe,
about how
you
thought
always
out.
look like you always look at everyone like you're in love with them, and it's my favorite
Uh
thing
oh.
about you.
Oh no, that's not good.
Like, look at her. Does she not love you?
Yeah.
Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna look over here for the rest of the podcast.
We're all gonna fall in love with you.
I was gonna say something about how you always have your emotions laid out. Cause like
Stop copying everyone.
no, because it was in my brain, and I was gonna say then you said it. You evaluate situations so thoroughly and so perfectly, and you just know where your heart is all the time. And I love that about you, and I admire it. And you're so creative and amazing, and I love the things you write and the things you write about. And you're just great.
You're so talented. It's really annoying.
And you're very aware, and like you know where
Whoa.
your heart is in every situation, no matter what it is.
Alyssa.
Ah, fuck.
Next.
Well, okay. Well,
Okay.
Alyssa, you know
Top
me the
that bitch.
Yeah, you know me the longest. You better give me a good one.
Whoa, what?
I've known her for like 11 years.
Did you not know?
that's not accurate.
And no, like 8.
How?
Yeah.
8 or 9.
Okay.
I always think it's like 20 years, and then I realize it's
I'm
never
not.
as long as I think.
I've known her since I was 10, so almost 9 years.
I've known you for longer than that.
Actually, you
We
have.
were in the same class in like fourth,
Plot twist.
third grade, maybe?
Plot twist, I've known you for literally 11 years.
Yeah. We went to elementary school
Awkward.
together. I know Braxie the best at our night.
I want bread.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
It's hot.
After my very sentimental speech.
Go on.
So, okay, so basically,
Oscar.
Your animals just
What
follow
am I
each
doing?
other. They're just like, oh, let's go downstairs. Let's go downstairs.
I had it right there.
Oscar's nuts are getting really big. We gotta get those cut off. soon.
Ew, gross. No men in this house.
He's
Not
gonna.
allowed.
I'm afraid he's gonna like hump Ethel and give her babies
Ugh.
because neither of them are fixed.
Oh my god, that's so exciting.
No, they're brothers and sisters.
They would have weird babies.
Yeah,
for
they'd be
real,
incest.
though.
Okay. Anyways,
Oh my.
Alyssa, what do you love about me?
Sorry, can I just say everything and just
What
stop?
is your favorite thing about me?
Okay.
Tell me everything good about me.
Give me compliments.
So for real. Okay. I think knowing you for as long as I have, it's
Less
been
time than me?
really awesome to actually see you grow, and you just take everything into account. Like you grow, like to watch that. That's been the most best thing for me. Like you only grow for the better. So I like watch you like become better at everything. Like you just do everything genuinely, and then it goes. Stomach. And then it goes into like the passion. Yeah, no, like that. You're so passionate, and like that. Just to watch it, I think.
Is
it's-
Braxie gonna cry?
No, it's like
That's so nice.
you can't. Yeah, you
She's
can't.
watching you self-actualize.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
Hey.
But I think we're all lucky to have you as a friend.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yes.
I would just like to say I would not be who I am without Braxie.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I would not be the person I am.
I will actually cry.
Devin's turn.
Okay, Devin's turn.
Oh, what?
Alyssa.
What am I doing?
Okay.
We're
Oh, you guys are
loving you.
complimenting.
I want to go first.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Oh no, I hate hearing about
Okay.
myself so much.
One of my favorite things about Devin and that I like admire about you so much, because I am not like half the person that you are when it comes to this, like at all in any way, is your like self-respect and like your self-love and your self-worth. I admire that so much because I have none, and I want to be where you are one day when it comes to that. And like that is such a beautiful quality, and I wish everyone, not even because I don't think you are like always confident, always, you know, but like you carry yourself so well, and you know that you are worth something beautiful, and you are beautiful, and like not everybody has to feel pretty 100% of the time, but you act like you do. And I know somewhere in your head, even when you don't feel pretty, you're like, I'm hot.
Yeah.
Because like you just genuinely like love yourself.
You literally ooze confidence, and it's just so amazing.
But it's not even confident. It's just like you ooze like I want to feel like
Yeah.
as fulfilled about that.
You
I
literally
was
walk
literally
in a room
gonna
and
say
it's like,
that. I've only met you like 4 times, and you radiate.
Devin, you walk in a
radiate
room and
that
everyone's
every
like,
time.
that bitch has her life figured out. I wish I had my life figured out.
Who
And it's
the
just great.
fuck does?
I love Devin because I love you for so many reasons. But one thing I really admire is that you are you love yourself, and you say you love yourself so much, but also you are so good at taking people and like taking their problems and just almost like taking them as your own, and like genuine, like coming from your heart. You are so selfless. You really are, and you help people, and you give the best advice.
The best advice.
Yeah, like you have an advice channel.
You are. I feel
great.
like you're wise beyond your years when it comes to advice. You have like 1,000 years of knowledge.
You say things like you already had it planned. Like, where's
you say things that you have no experience with, like you've experienced it 20 times.
Yeah,
and I'm like, when?
You lived 1,000 lives.
Thanks. You're Maya Angelou reincarnated.
You were only therapists in past lives, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Probably. Guys.
And then a goddess in a couple of them. But I mean, like, that's who you are today.
Zoe.
I want to go first for Zoe.
Zoe
steals
Okay.
Okay.
Alyssa, what do you love about Devin?
I literally said the
She
same
literally
thing.
said the same thing.
I was
Me and
literally
Alyssa, we get a pass. We haven't known each other very long.
Ditto.
So,
Oh no.
Zoe, my turn.
So we
I know. I felt really weird when they started. I was like, no, stop.
Zoe, ruffle us.
What?
Where's my?
Can't.
So,
You're not doing it. I can feel it.
You're doing everything wrong right now. No. Wait, just brush it back and then go.
this is a natural podcast.
My dog.
I'm sorry.
My dog.
What?
It knows where to
How
go.
it is
They
how
all
it
have their own
is.
brain. They know where they're going.
This once, I don't know.
It's fine.
Let me
Just put it up.
Now.
Whoa. Your forehead right here. Wow, that's soft. Okay. Do it. Right,
you
like
made me
right
feel
about
like
here.
I
Like right here.
Wait.
Go like that.
Oh.
I know. Oh, shh.
Just get away.
Braxie, I take it back. This is my favorite thing.
I changed my mind. Oh.
So Zoe.
Ew,
Well,
I don't like this so much. I don't
Zoe,
want to.
let me
I'm
be
not
nice.
here.
I feel like being kind. Okay. So Zoe, what I really like about you is like what you were talking about yourself earlier.
What I really like about you.
Yeah, what I like about you.
Do people actually watch us? Because we're just like,
We're all over the
I
place.
feel like Madeline right now.
Oh, can we all just do the rest talking about Madeline? How much we love her.
Zoe, can I just fucking compliment you?
Please
So
don't.
you always like make people. You never make people feel stupid. I feel like
Yeah! Oh my god, yes! I understand.
like if someone says an opinion, you're neutral in it, so you'll listen to what they're saying. You'll be like, oh yeah, like you won't make them feel dumb if they feel a certain way. You'll be like, oh, maybe you don't agree, but you always like make it seem like they're not dumb at least. Like you always like make them feel.
I've never thought about
You
that.
try and understand
It's
at
always
least where they're
neutral,
coming from.
so anybody could.
Maybe that's
feel
why I'm a
comfortable to ask
neutral
you
person,
anything.
so I can agree with everyone.
You're like, you just
But
take
that's
it and you're
kind
like,
of
what I
agree.
was gonna say, but mine was like different.
stop
So-
copying each
I
other.
wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say it's not that you agree, or not that I think you. My favorite thing is not that you are neutral with everything. It's that you have the innate ability to like put yourself in other people's shoes in a way that I can't. Like, I think I'm good at it, but you do it almost like so effortlessly. Like, if someone is having a situation, you can look at it from every side and every perspective and never think anything different about it. And like, it's
See, that's one of the things I don't like about myself in a weird way.
that you can do that.
Because it makes me not
so
know how I
beneficial.
feel.
Well,
Because I'm like,
yeah.
I know what, because I feel like I do feel like I am good at that. But it like frustrates me because I don't know. That's why I feel like I don't have opinions.
But it's
Because I'm like, I can agree with everyone here.
but it's helpful, like, when I'm in a situation where I'm, like, combative against a person, you can, like, look at it and, like, make me see the sides of them that I'm, like, mad at or something. Like, maybe, like, you help me understand why people do that or why. Also, you're so, like, talented and smart and passionate about things that you love, and you have such a good soul. You have the purest soul I've ever known.
Yeah.
Just pure.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a word other than pure.
So basically, I forgot the first half of what I was gonna say. So I kept going. Okay, first off, you're a really good listener. And I really appreciate that because sometimes I tell you things like 80 times because I'm so stressed about them. And like, and I usually don't talk to anybody else about them. So like, you just get whenever I see you, I just tell you the same thing like 80 times. And you're just like, dude, I don't know. And I'm like, but just listen. And you're just like, yeah, be frustrated. Like, and I'm like, I get what you mean. Go. And you don't make me, I don't know, feel, you just listen even if you don't want to. So that's good. And also, I remember there was like a period of time in my life where I was like always frustrated. I feel like it was like my thing to always be angry, like always just like throw my anger out at people all the time. You remember that?
Yeah.
When I was just like always sassy and I was always just like being a bitch to people for no reason.
Just negative.
Yeah. And then I remember during that time, it's like sometimes how I would respond to things. Like, and I would talk to you about them and I'd tell you what I was going to do. And you'd be like, well, you probably should just, like, do this instead. And be, like, so, like, chill. And you'd be so, like, I don't know, just peaceful about things and so, like, level-headed. And I was like, I really just want to be Zoe. So you're, like, the model for, like, the structure of, like, what I wanted my patients to be. I was like, okay, I just need to chill out and I need to be Zoe.
Chill out.
Chill out.
Chill
And just because I feel like you have the ability to just be, like, something happens and you're like, okay, this is happening.
I can accept any chaos.
You're just like, whatever, all right. And then you like just look
But
at
you
it,
also are constant stress.
and you're so forgiving for not like, and I just don't understand how you do that sometimes. Yeah, I feel like you're a very understanding person, especially like when circumstances are hard. You're like, okay, well maybe this is happening, and blah blah blah. And like you keep me like I'm always here, and then you bring me down to like right here.
Literally, you are so like that. Though me and you have never had a fight.
I know.
We've never had a legit fight.
Yeah, I think we've been mad at each other like once or twice, maybe.
Because we used to spend every waking moment with each other. And when you do that with anyone, you just can't. Uh-oh. It's coming.
I don't see us fighting because literally, whenever something happens, like last night, we both just got sad at the exact same time. We were just laying in my bed.
We all are on the same
wavelength. We're all just
Same.
really good people.
We're
Amazing.
Now we compliment ourselves.
Yeah. We're like beautiful. We're fantastic. We're all hysterical. We're all talented.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if I'm funny. I think I'm funny.
I think you're funny.
I think I'm funny. But then there's some people that are like, you're not funny, just stuff that you do is funny. I'm like, that's fucking funny. What do you mean?
Comedy.
I know. I'm like, I'm hilarious.
We all have very different senses of humor, but it's all the same.
Yeah.
It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
No, because
you're so
we
funny.
like all think the same
You
thing.
actually are really funny. I laugh at you all the time.
She's one of those people that like, she'd be a comedian, she'd just go on and like rage about stuff.
Just trying to touch.
You touched my ball.
I'm sorry. Oh God. I have to touch it now.
I just realized how many tattoos you have.
You have tattoos?
I have 3, yeah.
You do have
I have a
tattoos. I saw
sun
a
tattoo
picture
right
of it.
here. I got Zoe's handwriting on my arm right here, and I got one behind my ear.
Oh yeah.
This one's my
Two
favorite
of those.
one.
I love that one.
What's that one? I never seen that one.
This one's a sun tattoo, and the guy fucked it up. I don't want to talk about it.
My bad.
I'm sorry.
I am sorry.
We aren't even talking about self-awareness anymore.
Yeah, we talked about good qualities about ourselves. That's being self-aware.
We should just have one meeting
Now
a
let's
week
talk
where
about
we
what
just
we
go and
hate
we
about
compliment. No, guys.
I was kidding.
One thing that's also really important about being self-aware is just stop, like, just like how you said, like, changing your thoughts, like, stop being negative about yourself. That's one of the things and I still do that. Sometimes I don't want to just walk around and be like, even if it's joking, and be like, oh, I hate myself, because then I'm just going to start, there's going to be moments where I'm like, I hate
But the thing
myself.
is,
part of
it's like
humor.
it's so easy to say that and be like, what was I gonna?
I am Shane
I know
Dawson.
what
I
you're
can't
gonna
not
say.
say that.
Huh?
I am Shane Dawson. I can't not say it.
The thing is it's so easy to just be like, oh, it's easy to love yourself, but it's not.
It's not.
And it's hard to begin, because I feel like once you start,
Hard to be gay. I know.
Begin. Yeah.
No, it's so
It's hard to be gay.
because I feel like you hear it all the time, and it's almost become such a cliche topic to just love yourself that you don't think about it. You don't think like, oh, do I actually love myself? And then once you start to think about that, it's hard to know where to
I
start.
always answer yes.
See, the thing is different though, because I associate my physicality and my spirituality with two different things.
Well,
I love who I is. I hate the cocoon I'm in.
Fuck you.
Like I can see them as two
so
completely
pretty.
different things.
They are.
Braxie's
but
beautiful.
You're so pretty.
You are beautiful.
I look like a cactus that hasn't been watered in a year.
Like,
You only look like a cactus because you're wearing green.
That's one of those things I said before the end of my video, though, was because, like, I feel like once you really start to, like, have that assurance in yourself and you start to carry yourself differently, that's going to be those moments where you're like, oh, my God, like, I am a beautiful person, like, I am pretty, and then you start to appreciate yourself outwardly more in turn of being, like, self-confident about who you are on the inside. I think that's where everything starts, is about knowing yourself and finding yourself on the inside. You don't have to be like, okay, to feel confident about myself, I have to cut my hair, I have to, like, color, and I have to, like, run 8 miles a day and all that other stuff. That will no, seriously, like that it'll come. And Brax, you are pretty, and I'm not just saying that because I am friends with you. If I didn't think you were pretty, I wouldn't say anything.
I'm pretty judgmental. I'm not gonna be your friend if you're ugly.
I know.
What if I got on my 600-pound life, guys?
You're
Oh,
not
then I'm not
600
your
pounds.
friend.
No, but like I want to be on that show one day.
Straight up.
Okay, well then gain weight.
That's
if
the end of our friendship.
If that what makes you happy.
Okay.
Will you get me
I'm
famous?
glad- I want to just be. I want Dr. Zavaro to make me skinny after I'm 600 pounds.
Then you gotta get all that
But
like
listen,
surgery.
it's never about the looks. It's like they're gonna die if they're not
Yeah, I
changed.
know.
Like,
One day you're gonna be really
they-
old,
they
and you're
have
gonna be
to
like,
have it to
Alyssa,
live.
will you lift my flaps and wash them and grab the candy wrappers out of them?
well, yeah, but like one day you really are. You're gonna be old, and you're gonna be wrinkly, and none of us
Guys,
are
we're,
gonna be pretty.
oh my god! Me and Alyssa were driving to Kohl's yesterday, and there was these. Oh, Devin, sorry, you're not in this. There was these 3 old women walking on the street.
Oh god.
And it was like literally like if we had it, if it was our group, if there was another one, it would have been you. But it was just they were all white. Sorry.
I'm half white. One of them could have been me.
I think they were all really white old ladies.
They were 100% freaking white.
But it was literally us. It makes me laugh when I see like really old women all together because I'm like, that's actually gonna be all
Yeah,
us.
old women, old friends.
Like we're all gonna be 70 one day going to Walmart.
Yeah, and then that's when we're gonna be like, oh, I was a great person, not, oh yeah, I was the hottest girl in school. Boop, boop. Even though I am.
You just said something really valid to me. That was very validating.
Did you not finish the rest of my video? Because I said that at the end of my video. You need to finish it! I know you didn't. Zoe watched it before you.
Okay, I've watched half of it.
Everybody watch my video! No, I'm just kidding.
Everyone goes.
You have more subscribers.
I only have 12.
I was being so genuine.
Wait, let's go look.
You have so many subscribers. That was like the one time I said about your bank account. I was like, you're actually
I didn't have
rich.
12 subscribers when I had 3 videos.
That's because I know you guys.
It's true.
I have 12
It's fame by default.
It's true. I have 12 subscribers and I only have like 32 views. It's not. I'm not in it for that. Like, as long
Guys,
as I
I
can
have
help one.
11,600
32 people. That is 32 people.
12.
And some of them are
I know.
duplicates.
No, as long as I help
me.
somebody in the process, you know, I don't give a
What
shit.
matters?
11,600 subscribers.
I love my 12 subscribers.
Make sure to subscribe to my
have-
channels. I put no videos out every Wednesday/Thursday. Bye.
Why are you being Jenna Marbles?
You are not Jenna Marbles.
What am I doing?
I have 2,500.
What the fuck?
What? 2,500?
Yeah. You know I have 2,500.
I know. I already have 26. I
Wait.
need 11,600.
Subscribers?
Yeah.
25,000?
I have that many friends.
2,500.
If she had 25,000, she's more than me.
2,500 something.
You were allergic.
I'm not making a YouTube because I don't want to make you guys feel inferior. Like I feel like
Alyssa
really
would get famous before all of us. You would be so famous. I almost called you Braxie. Alyssa.
Braxie
And
already
I
is
just don't want to
famous.
make you guys
I feel like
bad.
she would do a cat tour.
A cat
Alyssa,
tour.
will you
that?
please make a YouTube channel for me?
know what to do.
I've told
You would
I
be
said
so
that.
funny.
I don't know what to do with
Yeah.
my YouTube channel. I'm
Also,
just like,
what's a camera?
You would be so fucking funny.
I know. How do you guys?
camera.
How do you guys decide what to make? It's like when you don't want to do
I
anything,
will
you just
film
make a
things
singing
for you.
video. Like they just sing, and I'm like, I can't do that.
I could suck sing.
Alyssa, just
Like,
do
suck a
anything
dick
and
and sing.
film it and post it, and you will be a hit.
I feel like I'm ugly.
We should probably go.
Oh, that's really
How long
bad
has it
that I
been?
just said that.
Did you say?
The timer just went off.
Oh, cool.
Holy crap! Why is there so many?
Wow, that
videos
was
of the same
fast.
thing?
It's almost Thanksgiving, and then it's Christmas, and then
What's a Thanksgiving when there's Christmas? Oh, I do like Thanksgiving, but it's like pre-feast for the Christmas.
It's almost
I
Braxie's
wish-
birthday.
That's what I'm saying. No, Thanksgiving is so much bigger feast than Christmas.
But
Your
it
cat
doesn't
was like,
have to be.
Lucy, your breath is putrefying.
It's my foot.
Well,
you
look
love.
like my foot.
I have this urge to punch you.
Do it.
Okay, you guys.
Should we post for a thumbnail real quick? Did we? It's hard to do with
We've
a lot of
never
people.
posed for
Well,
a
we should
thumbnail.
because we have a lot of people.
What does that mean?
had-
Oh!
F is for friends who teamed up together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere and anytime at all.
Down here in the deep blue sea.